Another day, and a couple of weeks ago, disgusting, repulsive, evil British freaks another time attempted to poison me. I don't know how I deserve this. Probably the only thing that is wrong with me is that I'm not ugly and inbred like most of them are. You know, these people with bald heads and red faces that running around with their beer guts and doing fights in all the resorts around the world, being inbred morons, thinking they are somewhat intellectuals. And it all started with my being at work and thinking whether I should go to the country on Friday or should I stay in the city. I felt uneasy and my intuition was telling me that I should stay at home in Moscow. But I went because my son was in the countryside, in the country house, with my parents, and it was his birthday. I didn't bring him any gifts and only had candy, but I wanted to be with him on that day, at least in the evening. So my son is turning 11 and his life has been mostly suffering, much more so than anybody would be even prostrated on the cross. So, because it was also a birthday of very important saint in Moscow and in Russia called Seraphim Sarovsky, and this is a holy day, I thought that nothing would happen to me because Seraphim will protect me. However, when I got off the train and I took a taxi, I immediately saw who will arrive on the taxi as a driver. And I thought to myself that somebody named Mark, blonde with such a dull, beautiful face, would never serve in a small town in a taxi because he would be working in the office as a managerial position job, as much as Russian society is of course homophobic and against females. So I immediately felt that this Mark name is something that they give as a fake names to murderers when they do a killing jobs, because that Mark, so-called colleague, was also accompanying my man in Moscow. So I was getting into this taxi and I didn't look much at him, but he seemed to have sprayed some shit on the back seat as like aerosol something, gas or something, which made me feel kind of bad in the taxi. I already feel bad in the taxi all the time, but this thing, it made me, barf and have diarrhea 4 days afterwards. Bon appetit, everyone. So I think he was driving me around and around the small town instead of going on the regular routes, because he was waiting for me to pass out so that he would extract my organs. I didn't figure out immediately that he was this British fuck, hired agent by British fucks, but due to the fact that CIA and FBI's are mostly hideous freaks, and MI6 and MI5 tend to hire somebody very attractive to do the killing jobs, I figured out that something was terribly wrong. But in any case, I didn't pass out or fall asleep or didn't show any signs of feeling bad while still in the taxi, so he had to drive me to the regular route, because I was watching the whole time how the taxi goes, because there is mapping in the app, and it shows the location of the car each time. So I only felt bad when I arrived at home after several hours later, and in general they did nothing to me except help me lose some kilograms due to diarrhea. So another time they tried another form of poison on me that obviously didn't work. When it comes to British freaks, they just want to kill you, that's all. And it's part of their nature. They are evil and inbred, and they hate when somebody is attractive and not like them, inbred, disgusting, reptile, evil, ugly-nosed looking creatures. And anyways, I will be praying for that island that is UK to go underwater as soon as possible. I think that, to my intuition, they have 2 years at most left to leave, but many of them live in the different country. I hope they totally disappear from the face of earth, because this nation is disgusting, just like Turks. And yeah, they just want to kill everybody who is not like them, who wants, love and justice and equality, and who believes in karma, who fears punishment from God, who sees no sense in doing bad things, because you will be punished, you'll have to pay for it afterwards anyways. So anyways, I hate this ugly, disgusting nation. I feel very disappointment and disillusioned about it, and I could finally clearly see them with the lucid eyes. And when there was this agent poisoning this Navalny guy, as she was pretending to be his lover, and she got an apartment somewhere in London. I also hate Russian police and Secret Service for not killing her, because after she poisoned this Navalny guy and they didn't kill her or punish her or imprison her in any ways, this Maria Pevchik girl, who was his mistress, who worked for British freaks, they thought that they could do anything and they would not be punished as long as this is the woman who does the killing. Anyhow, I hope that all British freaks will be dead.